Well, damn.
I immediately take a crouching stance and try to find cover, hiding from whatever might be nearby that saw us come through.
Sweet, hell yeah. Take a, make a perception check for me. No, perception, stealth.
Stealth?
Stealth, yeah.
I shall also do the same.
I don't think you lose honor if you're, your specific person.
No, plus, there's not anyone around here to see us anyways.
Hey, those are some really nice spicy rolls. I love it. So yeah, you guys kind of duck under some rocks as it's time. Oop, wrong page. I have too many maps. I have to cut down on some. Whoop. As you guys hear a rumbling as you guys are kind of ducked out under this rock right here. Boop, boop. The earth, shakes, rumbles, and you guys are kind of peering out across the Shadowlands when you see this just massive centipede-like creature. It, in a very dramatic fashion, just arcs completely. It jumps out of the ground like tremors, just arcs over you as you guys look up. You see it's like foul green underside, full of what looks like eggs, crawling with horrible like Oni creatures. Yo, never control F the word taint on this PDF because taint appears about 12 million times. And then, of course, it comes crashing down on the ground a few hundred feet in front of you guys and just burrows into the ground and keeps going like a dolphin. Before you hear out on the distance it, crashing once more, erupting from the ground again. And if you guys would like to make a lore Shadowlands test, you can see what those guys were.
At least I'm consistent with my 4s.
Well, for certain reasons, you guys have never seen like anything like those boys from Hantai's Empire. Oni can get pretty big, obviously, but those guys were like Shadow the Colossus, and you guys were like, holy crap! You don't even know what to compare it to from your land.
Should probably get our bearings and find the wall as soon as possible. It's not wise to be out here in such small numbers.
No.
Where is my hunting check? There it is. Does that catch my bearings?
23? Oh. Sure does.
I actually have something for this. I have the advanced absolute direction.
Perfect.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, look at that.
So, even in the Shadowlands, you can't be turned around.
Perfect.
Murasaki coming in clutch. Well, with some bomb ass stealth rolls, you guys managed to pass up some combat pretty handily. So I'm gonna move you guys to the world map. Boop-a-doo. Now I just have to move myself to the world map. Okay, so you guys are scouting out some stuff, obviously.
How deep in the Shadowlands do you think we are? Or would we say we are?
Yeah, like, will we estimate?
Yeah, I'll point that out towards you. I'm just trying to find the proper place to show where you guys are. Okay, so you're very carefully heading through this because you are in a different dimension, so it's kind of hard to feel safe. It's always hard to feel safe in the Shadowlands, but it's a little extra when it's another dimension Shadowlands. But you guys come across a large body of tainted water, and you're like, all right, tight, we're getting somewhere. Sorry, I'm reading something. Okay, there we go. There's a river, and then you kind of just like black blood and sludge, and you guys kind of follow that up, and you're getting a feel for the bend of it, and then eventually you come to a large lake, and Murasaki pulls out his... Not Murasaki, sorry. Isamui pulls out his map, and he's kind of charting things. He's like, okay. If I got this figured out right, and you're like, what the? And your heart sinks, my man, as you're delivered with some very bad news. As you guys are located about right here in the Empire.
Oh.
I fear that might make us from Slings? That was his name, right? Sling?
Yep.
Slings.
This might be a problem. There should be a settlement towards our west, but being that this is all Shadowlands, the best option is to go as far north as possible and see if there's any part of these lands that is not affected by it.
Yes.
Alright, sounds like a plan to me. So you guys will continue to travel north, and that sounds like a solid battle strategy to me. So you guys are, of course, Harumas, the masters of traveling in this place. So it's going to take a few days to complete the journey that you guys are making right now, to eventually get to the point of civilization. Let's see. I believe has a finger of jade on him.
Let's see if I do. I might.
And I used mine though.
Yep, you used yours to kill the greatest blood speaker of all time. So.
Break yours in half and share it.
Do I have any? I don't see it.
I know they gave us one. You haven't used yours, I don't believe.
You're right. You're right. But I don't dare touch it because of my taint.
But if you don't have 1 point full of taint, then it doesn't affect you?
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
I should be fine.
Yep, you're fine.
Okay. So, yep, I have it.
Break it in half and share it with me?
I guess I will.
We can make jade lashes last twice as long, so...
Oh, that's right! Damn it. You win.
Make all food, water, and jade lashes. Let's try some over and over. Equal to your hunting skill rank.
Alright.
Didn't you grab a ton of jade at the market?
Yeah, the fingers of jade were what she grabbed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me get any more.
Alright.
So, very nice. So, a finger of jade usually only lasts 7 days. But you guys, it's 14 days, and you crack that baby in half, and it's 7 days each. Mm-hmm. So, you made 2 fingers of jade from 1. You're like an alchemist.
Look at me.
You're not obeying the law of equivalent exchange. So, at the end of 3 days of journey. You guys still have 4 days of journey left on your half fingers of jade, which is pretty nice. They're starting to get a little squishy. Kind of some of them, it's kind of melting off, very unappealing. You also eat up 3 days of rations, or
Technically, it'll be like 1.5.
1.5 days of rations. Yeah.
We'd have 3 days of rations between us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I have a week worth of rations.
I think I have 2 weeks.
I also think I said that your at the start of the campaign, I said that your bonuses like stack on top of each other. So.
Oh, so they don't even waste? Is that what you're saying? Or is it a quarter?
Yeah, it's a quarter.
So less than a day?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
I guess that makes no sense because if you got like enough Haruma together, you could just
You wouldn't even need to eat
yeah.
after 4 Arumas. So I would say like we'll just divide it in half.
All right.
Like the amount we take away.
Yeah. I'll take the rations from my rations. Just to make it simple.
Hey, so kind.
Perfect.
What a partner.
I have 14, so I mean it's not gonna matter. Drag.
And as you guys are stumbling through, you're like, thank God we don't have to feed a horse. And high five.
Yeah, a horse.
So after a little bit of time, after 3 effing days in the Shadowlands, or what used to be the Cranelands, it's a little bit sad. You know, this is usually the most beautiful, breathtaking parts of the Empire. Now it's degraded to muck and grime and horrible misfortune. Oh, the fortunes, they've abandoned us.
And we keep away from Oni encounters.
Yeah, you know, unless you guys were looking for a fight. The initial fight with the centipedes was going to be your Shadowlands encounter.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So you guys managed to keep out of trouble. Unless, you know, you just ran for combat, in which case, you know,
No.
I got
No.
shit. The Shadowlands always ready for a fight, my man.
Not with 2 people. That would be death. Draw way too much attention. Especially when the Shadowlands go this far north. So, do we find civilization?
Not
And
quite.
where?
As you're traveling north, you actually see a touch of green within the Shadow Realms, and you know, you guys are no fools. You're the Haruma. You know what's up. You know that there's like forests in the Shadowland that are made of people eating plants and stuff like that. However, as you kind of leerily draw closer to this, and it's especially suspicious because it's like in the middle of the Shadowlands, like the darkness goes on even past this forest that you see, so you're like automatically suspicious of it. But from what you can tell,
Oasis?
yeah, like an oasis. But what from you can tell, these aren't like Onis disguised as trees. These are like actual plants, and you're like, You draw your sword and like you cautiously approach it, and you do see that this is like actually in an oasis that's growing upon a river. And make investigation checks for me, please.
Open up.
Hey, very nice.
That one,
Oh,
Look at
she
us.
did it.
Look at us.
She did it. There we go. You guys instantly recognize what's queer about this river. It is made of pure crystal. If you guys like, you guys are like, oh, pure water. That's not in a canteen. And you gotta like scoop it up, and it's like little beads of crystal that are just like flowing through this thing like a river.
Can I take a bag that's not being currently used
yeah.
and scoop up as many of these as I can?
Of course.
Yeah. Wait, if we drink it, will we get the protective power of crystals?
Yeah.
It's a really bad idea.
No, you're fine. You can take it. And you'll notice that even though it's kind of like slow moving, you do notice that like this river is actually kind of pushing further and further out into the Shadow Realms.
Should probably find the source of the river.
Yes, there'll probably be people there.
All right, we go that way.
Okie doke. Let's see. It's gonna be 3 more days travel up this river to find the source of it. However, it's much less precarious this time around because you guys are walking along a river made of pure crystal, which is tight, and all the plants and like trees and stuff that are growing around it are untainted, so you can actually hook yourselves up with some fresh fruit and stuff. There are no animals around this area, of course, because it's just a horrible. It's surrounded by the horrible Shadowlands, so why on earth would any plant want to grow around this area? Or any wild... Okay, I've been stuck on this point for way too long. We're gonna move